The call came while I was standing in a glass-walled office, watching the city pretend it didn't know my name. Unknown number. No voicemail. Just silence breathing on the other end. Then her voice. Careful. Polished. Still trained to perform. Hey, it's me. Years collapsed into a single second. The room didn't move, but something inside me did. Slow. Deliberate. Lethal. I didn't answer. She filled the gap with nervous air. I heard you're doing well. Doing well. That's what people say when they're afraid of the answer. I remembered her laugh before I remembered her face. That sharp, careless laugh she used the night she broke me in public and called it a joke. A prank. Entertainment. I ended the call without a word. 5 minutes later, a message arrived. Can we meet? I just want to talk. Just want to talk. That was always her favorite lie. Back then, I trusted her timing, trusted her smile, trusted the way she held my hand like it meant something. She told me she had planned a surprise for my birthday, told me to dress nice, told me everyone would be there. They were friends, colleagues, people whose respect I'd spent years earning. She stood on a small stage with a microphone she didn't need. I've got something funny, she said, eyes sparkling like this was love. A screen lit up behind her. Messages, photos, private things taken out of context and sharpened into weapons. She read them aloud, paused for laughter. Let it land. Relax, she said, when my face drained of blood. It's just a prank. They laughed because she told them to. I didn't. I felt something disconnect, like a wire snapping quietly inside my chest. I walked out while they were still clapping. She didn't follow. After that night, I stopped correcting people, stopped explaining, stopped existing where she could see me. I deleted accounts, closed doors, changed cities. While she told the story again and again, how sensitive I was, how I couldn't take a joke, I rebuilt myself in silence. No announcements, no revenge posts, no dramatic return. Just work, precision, patience. Years passed, and now she wanted to know how. We met in a quiet cafe. She pretended not to choose for the symbolism. Her hands shook when she saw me. Mine didn't. She smiled like the past was harmless. You disappeared, she said. Everyone wondered what happened to you. I looked at her. Really looked. I was still there, I said. You just couldn't see me anymore. She leaned forward, eyes hungry, voice low. So, how'd you make it? I didn't answer yet, because the truth takes timing. She watched me like she was waiting for a trick. The cafe hummed around us, cups clinking, people laughing softly, but none of it touched the space between us. That space was mine now. Controlled, measured. You look different, she said. Calmer. I almost smiled. Calm is what happens after everything burns. She stirred her coffee she wasn't drinking. I always wondered, she said carefully, how you bounced back after, you know, that night. That night. She still called it that. Like it was weather. Like it just happened. I leaned back. Let the silence stretch until it made her uncomfortable. She had never learned how to sit with quiet. She always needed noise to hide behind. You humiliated me, I said. Not loud, not angry, just accurate. Her shoulders stiffened. It was a prank. I said I was sorry. You said it was funny. She swallowed. Outside, a car horn blared. Somewhere, a phone rang. Life continued. Indifferent. I lost everything that night, I went on. My reputation, my job, people I trusted. I didn't mean... I know, I said. That's what made it clean. She frowned. Clean? You never meant to destroy me, I said. You just didn't care if you did. Her mouth opened, closed. I reached into my coat and placed my phone on the table, turned it toward her. A news article filled the screen. A name she recognized, a company she'd heard of, a face she didn't expect to see. Mine. Her breath hitched. That's you? I nodded once. She stared like the screen might rearrange itself into something safer. I didn't disappear, I said. I went underground, learned, built things quietly. While you were telling my story for laughs, I was writing a different ending. Her hands began to tremble. I tried to look you up, she whispered. You were just gone. That was the point. She looked up at me, eyes glassy. So, how did you make it? There it was again. The question she'd been carrying like a debt. I leaned forward this time, lowered my voice, made sure she heard every syllable. 2 words, I said. She nodded desperately. Okay. What? I held her gaze. No audience. The color drained from her face. She understood. Her knees hit the floor before she realized she was moving. The sound was dull, final. Heads turned. Someone gasped. She covered her mouth, tears spilling freely now. No, she whispered. No, it can't be. I stood up, smoothed my coat. It can, I said, and it is. I left her there, on her knees, exposed, finally seen, without a crowd she could control, without laughter to protect her. Outside, the air was cold and clean. For the first time in years, I felt nothing at all. And that was how I knew I'd won.